The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are usually pictured as a sprawling, gravity-defying botanical masterpiece, a massive vertical jungle rising directly out of the desert. But they hold a very strange distinction. Out of all the ancient wonders, they are the only one completely missing from the archaeological record. Decades of excavations at Babylon have turned up nothing. The ruins show flat, dry foundations that couldn't support massive, water-heavy structures. Without a single stone or irrigation channel to back up the stories, many scholars concluded the gardens were fictional, a tall tale dreamed up by ancient poets. The physical evidence actually exists. We've just been blindly trusting a flawed ancient map for 2,000 years. To find the real site, we have to travel 300 miles straight north along the Tigris River, leaving Babylon behind for the rival city of Nineveh. This brings us to King Sennacherib. He is mostly remembered as a ruthless Mesopotamian conqueror, but he was also the architect behind this entire project. We know this because of newly deciphered stone carvings from his reign. They show a sprawling, water-fed paradise built exactly where the desert should have made it impossible. Reconstructing this achievement requires shifting focus away from the old myths and toward the heavy, physical hydraulic mechanics that made a vertical forest a reality. Sennacherib faced a massive logistical hurdle. Keeping a jungle alive in a scorched, arid climate requires securing an enormous, continuous volume of water. His solution was the Jerwin Aqueduct. This massive stone structure was designed to catch mountain runoff and channel it straight across the desert landscape. The scale of the construction was immense. His craftsmen quarried, moved, and perfectly fitted roughly 2 million limestone blocks to build the main supply line. This massive construction project confirms that Nineveh possessed the exact type of heavy water infrastructure that was completely absent down in Babylon. But getting water to the city was only half the problem. The real challenge was forcing that water to climb the steep, vertical terraces of the gardens. This diagram shows the technology hidden in the reliefs: a cylinder featuring an internal spiral blade, a revolutionary Archimedes-style water screw. When the spiral rotates, it traps pockets of water at the base, physically pulling them up the incline to the top. Sennacherib's engineers stacked these specific pumps in a continuous chain, allowing them to lift millions of gallons of water up multiple massive tiers. This specific gravity-defying hydraulic cycle is the definitive link between the archaeological evidence and the legend. It proves the vertical forest actually existed in Nineveh. Which raises an obvious question. If all the physical evidence is in Nineveh, why have we been calling them the Gardens of Babylon for 2,000 years? Long after both empires collapsed, later Greek and Roman historians simply conflated the two great fallen capitals in their writings. Over centuries of copying and retelling those texts, that single geographic mix-up became undisputed global history. The gardens were never swallowed up by the desert. We just suffered a massive failure of historic preservation and translation. The ancient world's greatest botanical achievement has simply been hiding in plain sight behind the wrong name. It is time to rely on the evidence and officially relocate the site 300 miles north to its rightful home. Doing so changes how we look at King Sennacherib. The stone carvings and the aqueducts elevate him from a simple tyrant to a highly skilled technological visionary. By correcting this map, we regain a much deeper respect for the mechanical genius of the ancient world.